The CMMI program began as part of the Wake Chapel Church Education and Career Development Ministry. Recent studies have shown that minority male enrollment in college had decreased tremendously. And as an organization, the Education and Career Development Ministry often provided workshops and things of that nature, workshops, seminars, guest speakers that helped with the educational development of the students in our church. This time, the focus for the Education and Career Development Ministry was to focus on minority males to see what we could do to increase minority male college enrollment.
Well, what I have seen is that the kids are very connected because they are part of many of the programs that I've had a chance to be a part of here at Wake Chapel through the LEC and the CMMI. So last summer we had a summer reading and writing program, and I was very happy to see that 90% of those young men returned to this workshop or to this year's program for CMMI. That lets me know that the students are serious, and I'm sure we'll see some trends later on as they go through high school to see how that's going to affect them getting in and going to college. Those numbers are not out yet, but obviously we are tracking these students closely to monitor that success.
What drives me is trying to help as many students understand why it's important for them to get an education. I didn't realize the power and the importance of getting an education until actually going to college and speaking with different people and seeing how much information is power and knowledge is power, and both of those being interchangeable. Just having the opportunity to experience different things. My dad was in the military, so I got to move around a lot, meet different types of people. So I got like a big cultural education, whereas other people may not have the opportunity, but you still have the opportunity to get all the education you can. It's just up to you whether or not you pick up those books and talk to different people to learn things. So I saw the importance of that, and I don't think a lot of I didn't understand the importance when I was getting ready to go to school. I took a year off after high school, and that was the best decision for me. And I don't think everybody gets that same opportunity. So I would like to try to explain to them, as it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and explain to them the importance of getting that education in general.
We have academic tutoring sessions where we have certified teachers and community volunteers come in and tutor students in areas where there's a need. We have Dr. Joseph Eicher come in and do an SAT prep workshop, and he also did a study tips workshop.
Well, a good test is going to have logic to it. And what I try to do is I find the logic. And the first thing I do is I actually take the test several times myself. And if I get one or two wrong, what I do is I look and see how did they get to the answer. I work the question backwards till I get to the answer. And then I see more of what they're thinking in terms of what they're asking. And then what I do is, I have a PhD from Duke, so this isn't a real hard test. Then what I do is I try to take what I do taking a test and get it as simple as I possibly can so that I can get it across to young people and that they'll be able to follow it.
When you're taking the SAT, what I learned in this workshop is that don't answer every question, because not every if you don't answer the question, then it doesn't count against you. I also realized that you actually have to do a lot of reading outside of school, because with the grammar section, there's a lot of words that they throw at you, and if you don't know what they mean, you might fail. And I also realized that you really, really, really have to buckle down, focus, and study, and put all your attention on your SAT when you're taking it so you can come out with the highest score.
The design of the program is to recruit minority males in grades 7 through 12 and help them get through school successfully, leading them to college. In addition, we took them on 3 college tours this year. We took them to East Carolina University, North Carolina A&T State University. In addition, we also took our first-year participants to Wake Technical Community College so that they could see the alternatives to a 4-year university, that they can still go to college and seek a career.
If you don't have a parent, get with an adult. If your parent is not here, get with an adult.
I'm Julian Cobb, and my role in the CMMI program was a college mentor. I was able to assist the young men with any questions they had pertaining to their work, the program, college, life in general. And I was able to assist the program director, Ms. Sherry Burton, with preparing lunches, getting things set up for the day. And the CMMI program is very beneficial as to helping the incoming college freshmen prepare for their college essays, prepare with the application process, and learn good study skills that will carry them throughout their freshman year.
When we get to the South Wilmington Street Shelter, Dwight Harris will be there to greet us, give us a tour of the facility, and the service project will begin. We're going to do service for the shelter.
Dwight Harris. I'm originally from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I've been working here for 4 years now. Started off as the part-time cook and became the food service director about 3 years ago, and it's been a blessing. Has anyone by show of hand ever been here before? Okay, good. So you know what this place is about. This is a homeless shelter for men. Men who are not doing well in several ways. A lot of it's drugs and alcohol. Some of it's because of unemployment, the economy. Some of it's because the situation at home. We had a young man a couple of months ago, 18 years old, just came back from the military training, and he went home to be with his family, and his mother was put out, so he had nowhere to go. So by the grace of God, we had this place here where he could come here, and now he's out working and doing well. But we asked you all to come here today because we want you to see what this place is. Here at South Wilmington Street Center, we have 5 different dorms where we can hold a total of 250 guys. We have showers in each dorm, capable with I think about 8 to 9 shower heads. There's 25 bunk beds, gives a total of 50 beds. And the guys are allowed to be there at night, obviously, to sleep, and then get up for breakfast at 5 o'clock and have to be out the dorm by 7. This area out here is is like where they come out here, smoke cigarettes, talk, get out of indoors, just hang out. They play cards out here, chess, whatever. All right.
The average young man entering the CMMI program most times comes because their parents tell them that they need to come. And they participate because their parents bring them.
Well, on Saturday, the program started on Saturday mornings. Sometimes I didn't want to get up. I always just felt like, oh, I don't want to go. But inside, I felt like I need to push myself to do this. And then if I push myself to do this, I'll be able to push myself and to do anything.
Once they begin to have these workshops and seminars where they're talking to professionals who are already in the working field, or college recruiters, or classroom teachers, and they start to talk about their life experiences and identify that they were much like they were. We had a career fair where we actually had some men from the community, which included elementary school principal, a probation officer trainer, or he was with the Office of Probation and Parole trainer. And many of them shared their experiences with the young men that they too were in school with okay grades.
But you have to make a decision in your life what you're going to do. Don't let someone tell you that you're not going to be a success. Amen. Do not let someone tell you that you're not going to be great, or that you're not going to be someone. Just because you're young and you're a black male, you have that against you already because you're a young black male.
What I learned in the CMI program is that you can't go into an interview and shake someone's hand all soft and stuff. You can't do that. When you come in there, you give a firm handshake, which shows character to the person who was interviewing you and shows how you carry yourself. Also, speaking about how you carry yourself, you don't walk in with baggy pants to an interview. You walk in with your pants up, suit and tie, try to look your best. You don't slouch down when you're talking to the person, man, I really need this job. You sit up straight, show good posture, And you know, you try to present yourself well, because the way you present yourself, that's the way that they're gonna take you, and that determines whether or not they're gonna take you seriously or whether they're just gonna count you as some kind of joke.
I wish I had known earlier that high school was so important, because maybe I would have been like a whole lot more motivated to do even better. But I basically learned that high school is very, very, very important, and everything you do in high school is very important, and also the application process and all that stuff about college and the things that can help you get scholarships and go to better colleges.
From the CMMI program, I learned a lot about how to handle yourself in life and what to do when you're in school and how to get better grades and excel in life.
Well, what I've enjoyed most about this program is the fact that we take college tours. We get to see different campuses. Like at ECU, I realized that the classes are not that small, so you really have to work hard. But at A&T, it's a smaller class size, therefore you have a more one-on-one relationship with your professor.
I learned what not to do and what to do during an interview. I learned to try to stay as relaxed as possible, talk about yourself, treat them as like a professional friend, not like a regular friend, and just stay relaxed, pretty much.
I would recommend the CMMI program to people who think they have or know they have social issues where they're scared to get themselves out there because they're scared to make a fool out of themselves or anything. But for me, I thought the same thing because I knew I wasn't assertive or as outgoing as I was before. But now that I finished the CMMI program, I'm more assertive and more out there with everybody, like my friends and teachers.
What excites me the most about the CMMI program is the opportunity to help develop minority males. To see many of the young men coming in reluctant at the beginning and by the end of the program excited. Thank you, Ms. Sherry. When do we get together again? That excites me. To see the light bulbs come on for the young men, for most of them to acknowledge, wow, those things that my parents was telling me was really right. To hear it come from someone else. It excites me to see these young men after college tours just changing their conversation to, you know, I think I want to do this because when I go to college, where before college was never in their repertoire. So that excites me to see these young men develop. We've graduated 4 seniors, 3 who were 2-year participants, to see their success and what's happening with them as a result of their participation. It excites me to see that we are going to be able to make a difference and hopefully in our small part of the state, small part of the world, make a huge impact on an increasing minority male college enrollment.